Hey, it's Alex. I'm here to try out a new puzzle brand today, which is TDC Games, and TDC Games makes puzzles of all sizes. With me, I have one of their USA-shaped puzzles, and this one is their American road trip puzzle, and it features images from each state, and it has really fun cartoon-style images. And then I also have some of their tiny puzzles, which they call their world's smallest jigsaws. These ones are 204 pieces and they come with tweezers because they're so small. Today we are going to just dig into this shaped puzzle and we will get into this tiny puzzles at a later time. But let's get this open and I can show you guys what comes inside the box. So actually outside the box, we have the image of the puzzle on the front. So because it's a shaped puzzle, we're expecting that it's going to be the shape of the United States, of course. So this whole background or the whole rectangle of the image is not going to be the entire puzzle, just the shaped image. And you can see on the side here, it has just the USA shape. It also gives details about the puzzle around the edge, including the name of the puzzle and the width of the puzzle when it's put together, which is 31 inches. Now inside of our box, it comes with one of these little cardboard borders. That way it just keeps the bag and the puzzle pieces a little bit more tight. And then we have our puzzle pieces in a one-time use plastic bag. So I'm going to open this so we can investigate what the pieces look like. Now that we have the pieces out of the bag, just at first glance, it has a pretty medium thickness cardboard and it feels pretty durable. The colors are more of a muted tone of color versus vibrant tone, but I tend to like more pastels and less vibrant colors. There's a little bit of a gloss to the pieces, but not quite as much as I've seen with some puzzles. And what I'm really liking so far, just moving through them, is that it actually has a couple of fun shapes in here. So it's more of a random shaped puzzle mixed in with some ribbon cuts rather than just totally ribbon. So I'm really excited to try to assemble it and find these tricky edges because of the shaped puzzle piece. So we'll get started on this puzzle and I will have to see if it makes more sense to start with the edges or actually dive into the middle. Of course, I started with sorting out the puzzle pieces. I tried my best to sort them out by color, so you'll see that I accumulate some blue in one tray, some green in another. I had a purple and pink tray and one with just some random colors, and I would just layer on as I did them. And once I got all of my pieces sorted together, I was able to try and start on the edges, but you'll see in here later that I ended up abandoning using the edges because it was just too hard to put together and I missed a bunch of them when sorting. But enough of the sorting, let's get to the finished puzzle. Here is our puzzle all put together. I'm going to slide it around so you can see all of it. Now, what is the most impressive thing about this is that you can see here it's hanging off the edge of this poster board I built it on, and it's still staying together. I would not have been able to do that with most of the puzzles in my collection, so it worked out perfectly that this puzzle has such a good fit because it did not fit on the board I was building it on. Here it is up close. It actually did not have as much of a gloss as I expected it to. You can see that the light's reflecting off of it a little bit, but I did a lot of this at night and in darker lighting, and it was still easy to put together. So my strategy for this puzzle was that I actually started with the letters. I tried doing these edges, but I didn't sort them all out, and it was really hard to tell where they would go. So I ended up doing the letters first, and then I filled in a lot of the details around the letters and then started to put those edges in. So my last piece was a centerpiece over here, but the edges came pretty close to last just because of the nature of this shaped puzzle. So here again is the box for the American Road Trip shape puzzle. Now TDC Puzzles does make other shaped puzzles where the states have other images in them. So check them out in my bio if you want to try out one of these state puzzles. This one would be really cool to do with some friends or to do when traveling, and especially great to glue if you're a teacher in a classroom or you just want to have, the map somewhere on display. I'm super glad I was able to try out this puzzle and to add it to my list of brands in my puzzle passport. Thank you guys for watching and happy puzzling!